I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we are taking a closer look at Superman issue number 20. What will happen to the Man of Steel and his family in the fallout of Superman Reborn? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Alright then, so as we join the comic, we get to see Superman rocking his brand new costume, which is very reminiscent of his old costume, complete with brand new bright red shiny boots, flying all over the world, and basically delivering goodwill. Yeah, it would seem that things are going pretty good for the big blue Boy Scout now that his own personal history has been fused with the history of the New 52 version of himself. Granted, he wasn't the only one. His wife Lois got the same treatment, and as we can clearly see on the Kent family farm in Hamilton County, they are officially the Kents now. No more hiding, no more assumed names. It's what they are. This is admittedly a pretty small change, but it does make my job making these videos a lot easier now that I can just call them the Kents and don't have to refer to them by their assumed names, the Whites. Not that I was doing that much. It would seem that a major storm is ready to hit Hamilton County, and as such, Clark and his family are batting down the hatches. And you know, I say bat, and that's quite ironic because they get some very unexpected guests in the form of Batman and his son Damian. In a truly laugh-out-loud hilarious scene, Lois comes out to the barn to where all these superheroes are conducting their business, only to tell them to come inside out of the rain and the cold and act like normal people. Now, why is the Dark Knight out of his element in sunny, happy, small-town Hamilton County? Well, as we discover, it actually involves Jonathan Kent. Batman's been running some tests on the kid on behest of Superdad, and he's come to a realization. You see, Jonathan is a human Kryptonian fusion, the likes of which no one has ever seen before, and no one is exactly certain how powerful he could very well become. Batman assumes that he'll become more powerful than his father once he's able to master his abilities. In fact, the reason he's not blowing off the roof right now with his amazing abilities is what makes Bruce worrying that something in the environment in Hamilton County is holding him back. Now, being the world's greatest detective that he is, Bruce jumps to the conclusion that maybe there's some sort of additive in the food, namely the milk from that funny dairy farmer who lives down the way, the grandfather of Jonathan's new friend. This actually makes a lot of sense. That dairy farmer keeps coming back in a lot of different stories when he honestly has no reason to. Batman decides to investigate Bessie, the prize cow of the dairy farm, only to be taken hostage by some mysterious black alien goo as the comic ends. And feel free to insert your own symbiote joke right about here. So there you have it, everybody. Superman number 20, an interesting kickoff to this brand new storyline. Once again, I really appreciate the extra focus they're giving to Jonathan, the new Superboy. It's also kind of compelling to see Superman's interests and goals as a father begin to clash and butt heads with his interests and goals to be a superhero. He doesn't want to believe that Bruce might be right, and maybe if the boy does end up being too powerful, he could potentially end up being dangerous. In a way, it's a fear that people have always had about him, and now he might have it for his own kid. It's also really cool to see that the dairy is coming back and actually being a major focal point of this story, considering, you know, how they've weaved it through every other arc before this in really subtle blink and you'll miss it ways. Overall, I'd give this one an 8 out of 10, and I can't wait to see what comes next. Now, as always, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, check out some of the others I have on offer from the channel. And if you want to keep up to date on when the next big Superman video is coming out, please by all means head on down to the description of this video and follow me on social media. I've got Facebook, I've got Twitter, and they'll all keep you up to date. And hey, while you're down there, if you're feeling in a charitable mood, you can always drop a little Chinsky in my cyber tip jar. I know times are tough, but even a little goes a very long way. And until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.